Hey guys, Professor Bill here, Comic Book University, and Supergirl, Season 2, Episode 1. This was a good episode. This was a great way to start off the new CW set. And talking about the new CW set, the whole A Bat Bit Me potential Batman reference thing in the beginning, that that was good. It was a good little way to explain the whole new movie studio set and whatnot. We're not going to be in that little bat cave anymore. Now we're going to be in this office building with the glass, and it was probably one of the best cop out explanations ever. We've got several facilities all over the place. This is just one of them. So you're never going to see the other one again, right? Uh, anyway, that part was good. Unfortunately, we had to get through the nonsense in the beginning. The little team up with Martian Manhunter and Kara. It was good. I like seeing Martian Manhunter actually doing something. But that line in the beginning, I don't know what these guys are thinking. We need to stop it, or there could be major casualties. Do you actually feel the need to say something like that? Sorry, when I read the comics, I don't even see that in thought bubbles anymore because the writers in comics have realized that nobody even thinks things like that. It's obvious. It's not a point of contention. So, I'm going to compliment the heck out of the writers today. But that one line, no, back to the drawing board, peeps. But Cat Grant is hysterical as always. I think they're giving her more better lines this season in the CW than they did before. Her constant all of the silly little things she said. The comment about drowning like a bunch of little Kate Winslets falling over the Titanic was like the best visual in my mind. I'm actually seeing it in my head, a bunch of little near, far, and just that's hysterical. But having Miss Tessmacher there and having her scream it reminds me of the first Richard Donner Superman movie. That's just brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Whoever thought of that, the old writers should actually be hugely ashamed of themselves for not figuring that one out on their own. The "I used to change Superman's diapers" comment was right on the money. I like that they are putting in that she is technically 12 years older than him, even though that's changed since she had to stop off in the Phantom Zone inadvertently. But the team up, yeah, they really did give away the team up. I was kind of hoping that the whole "yes, Mr. White, sorry, Mr. White" thing would have only been for the commercials and wouldn't have actually been repeated here in the TV show. I would have felt better if they didn't bother with that scene anymore, because watching it again in the context of the whole show wasn't necessary. They could have just left that as a trailer. Whatever, I'm being too critical now. But yeah, the idea that everybody was fawning over Superman, well, duh. Your cousin, excuse me, your cousin smells great, by the way. Like, what a great comment. And the idea that Cat Grant sent him a drunk text, that's on the money. Lena Luthor, interesting. I didn't like the profiling that they did. Maybe she'll turn out to be good. Maybe she'll turn out to be bad. I think she will turn out to be good because this is a female-centric show. They're pushing harder in this show than any of the other shows. Have a strong female character, strong female lead, I should say. So I don't think that they're going to make her evil necessarily. Yeah, I think they're going to keep doing the evil guys thing. And hey, having Luther strike from prison is awesome. I think that's a great idea. It's a way of having Luther on the show without having to have Luther on the show. Because quite frankly, I don't want to see Luther on the show. I'm good with him working from behind the scenes like a kingpin of crime, basically. But yeah, the comment that Clark made, I have a long history of working with Luthers or dealing with Luthers, and I've learned not to trust a Luther. You've dealt with one Luther. One. You never met his mother. You never met his father. You didn't know he had a sister. No, that's profiling, and it's not cool. It's not cool. Just and you know, her comments were right on the money. If my name were Smith, you wouldn't be asking me this question. Come on, man. You don't just judge somebody like that. And it's actually sad for me to see them make Superman say something like that. But whatever, man. I do like that they were both doing the X-ray vision thing at the exact same time. Nice. Like, it shows that she's learning, and she's learning quick. The relationship between Clark and Kara is great. I can't argue with how they have them interacting with each other. It's beautiful. Operation Emerald. I actually thought they were going to try and introduce Green Lantern because they've hinted at it before in Arrow multiple times. And for them to say here, it's like now Supergirl's in the CW. Hey, let's make a Green Lantern reference here also. I think that would have been great. Instead, Operation Emerald happens to be Kryptonite. Okay, whatever, is what it is. If that's what you got to do to have a point of contention between Superman and Martian Manhunter, that's fine. Just if those two ever fight, Martian Manhunter has to win, even if just barely. Sorry, I'm going to leave that there. That's on the table. 12 hours dive. Oh yeah, the dive speech that Kat gave, fantastic. That was just Callista Flockhart. Sorry, they have Callista Flockhart on television. Done. What else needs to be said? She is one of the best actresses. The Ally McBeal thing. There's a reason why that was so popular, and it was because of her. So great speech, the take the dive speech. Yeah, good stuff. Oh yeah, the guy that was hired by Lex Luthor. Again, it could be a thing where it's actually Lena who's doing that. Lena Luthor, right? Her name is Lena Luthor. Yeah, sorry, she's a new character, but yeah, it could be Lena Luthor who actually hired the guy to come at her and make it look like bad. But like I said, I'm hoping at least that they're going to leave her a good person and just have, Cadmus can be the bad guys. Yeah, if you've ever seen the Justice League television series, the animated one, season 3 was all about Cadmus, and it was, yeah, Justice League Unlimited, therefore, Justice League season, yeah. Yeah, so the whole series, the whole season was about their war with Cadmus, and it was great. It was the best season that they had, and really hard to argue with that. So I'm good with them just keeping Cadmus as the bad guy here. Try to replicate that. At the end, they showed Metallo. Nice, nice. That's what we need to see. That's all we need to see. And you know what? This could actually work because the whole kryptonite thing, okay, which means that I know that Superman's supposed to show up for one more episode, next episode specifically. So, season 2, episode 2, Superman's supposed to be in that also. And now with Metallo being there, he's the guy who has the heart of kryptonite, and he can open it, and there we go. So they're going to break in, they're going to steal that piece of kryptonite that they made the comment about, Project Emerald or whatever. And that's going to be the heart of Metallo, and they're going to have to stop him. Superman's going to start puking again, whatever. And yeah, so they'll destroy the kryptonite, beat up Metallo. Superman will leave, but he'll have some other interaction with Johns again, Martian Manhunter. Yeah, okay, so I don't need to watch the next episode. I'll still watch the next episode. Because this is more of a feel-good TV show as opposed to a mystery TV show. Not everything has to be riveting, If everything's riveting, oh my God, I'm always sitting on the edge of my seat. Sometimes I like to sit back and just relax, and Supergirl is one of those kinds of shows. You don't have to think too hard about it. Not everything has to be brain surgery. So having that bad guy there that was hired by Luthor, he was a nice little throwaway villain. Let him become Metallo and then push him in the background again until you need somebody big like that again. But as it stands, his T2 walk that he did in the cop uniform, you're not Terminator 2, man. So, uh, Jimmy was friend zoned. Wow, man, that's worse than being phantom zoned. But since it's Jimmy, Jimmy would have to be pal zoned, right? Okay, bad humor. But the up and away thing was nice, where Clark and Kara shared that, and yeah, Cat Grant in every single. I just have to go back to that. Callista Flockhart. She had like I think three major scenes in this episode. I think she had a couple. You know what? Realistically, Cat Grant doesn't have minor scenes. She has major scenes, and even her thing at the end. I'm really curious what she's going to do now. Like, it's funny that it's called Supergirl, but Kat is the one who has the major cliffhanger in this episode because she says she's got to do something. She's going to take her own advice and make her own kind of a plunge. Very interested in seeing what it is. I actually am really, genuinely interested in seeing what she's going to do, what she's talking about. So, all right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University.